Over the last 10 months, I have let so many things go. I accepted a long time ago that being friends with Gypsy isn't always going to be easy. People are going to hate me. People are going to start rumors about me. People are going to accuse me of things that aren't true. And I have to pick and choose my battles. Well, today, I'm picking a battle because I've had it. So here we go.
Her and Bree went to lunch that day, and they happened to drive by Ivory Rose's building. Well, Ivory Rose states that there is not a sign on her building, and the shirt that she wears in her live is not even the name of the company. So how did they know she worked here? Now, in my opinion, I think they either had her followed, or they did digging where they shouldn't have even did digging. Like, what for?
So here's the receipts that prove that she is a liar, not me. Ivory Rose Grows Wild is a liar. There's the uniform, there's the business, there's the company name on her uniform, and there's the company logo on the building. I'm nice enough to blur it out. Gypsy and I were going somewhere that was on the same street as her work. We didn't know this until I turned left on that road and saw from the corner of my eye the same logo that I remember from that video. Her work is on a fucking highway with other businesses. What I really want to know is, for what reason would Gypsy and I drive 40 plus minutes to just drive past someone's work? Please explain to me why someone would do that. What do we get out of that? You want to know what's wilder than the way Ivory Rose grows? It seems like people have forgotten about the intentional trip that Ivory Rose Grows Wild took to Christy and Rod's house. The 45-minute trip, mind you. Because yes, whether she wants to admit it or not, she knows and we know she lives 45 minutes away. What Christy said was that she didn't live in the next town over. So everybody's saying she was just giving Christy the receipts she wanted. She didn't give Christy the receipts she wanted because she didn't prove shit. Because she's lying. She doesn't live in the next town over. The next town over is like 3 minutes away. What did she prove? Nothing. She just lied. And y'all just took it and ran with it.
At the end of the day, Bree said this on her live, and she has made a couple incriminating statements about this.
If you're going to say I've said incriminating things, post them in your video. Don't just talk. Prove it.
We now have an influencer that is on this app that has a really big following that is also now trying to discredit her. For what reason? Other than she may get more attention than her? That's really the only reason. This influencer had the audacity to go up there without her being present to defend herself and say that she's lying.
You mean Nina? Why are you so afraid to say her name? In this whole video, you never mention her name, but you don't mind mentioning mine. The one who should be getting called out, because you know what? I don't like Ivory Rose because she's a liar. So is Nina, though. And she's also a bully. And the way she treated Ivory is not okay. I don't agree with her deciding to, like, talk crap when she's not there to defend herself. I don't agree with that. But don't mention Nina's name. Y'all are so scared of that girl for whatever reason. And it's kind of ridiculous. Because she is a shitty person and should be called out for it, but y'all won't do it.
And simply say she's lying because she works 40 minutes away from where Gypsy lives and lives 20 minutes away from where Gypsy lives? Well, that's not new news, honey. It's not.
Oh, girl, it might not be new news, but it sure the fuck is fake news. That's the one time Nina told the truth, was about that. Because Ivory Rose is lying, and it's a weird thing to lie about. It's a weird thing to lie about. She actually lives by her job and lives 45 minutes away from Gypsy. She's got it all twisted up.
Because I have been talking to a lot of people that live down there, and even if you simply Google search a map of that area, everything literally takes 20 to 30 minutes to get somewhere. And like Woo Woo Bestie has said in her videos, I will also take her down below, she has said there's no good jobs within the area of where she lives. So she does have to drive 40 minutes to her job.
So many lies. And guess what? I've spoken to people that live in that area too, and guess what? That's how I have the information I have.
And this influencer also is one that doesn't do her own research, quite obviously, and just listens to what people tell her, what people send her. That's what her whole platform is based off of.
Oh, well, look at you. You finally figured out that Nina's a liar? Yeah, I've been saying that. No one listens to me, though.
But now there's been some stuff that has gone on with Ivory Rose, our Woo Woo Bestie, that she can no longer talk about Gypsy.
So I'm not sure what you think is the reason she's silenced, but it ain't got nothing to do with Gypsy. I'm just making that very clear. There is nothing Gypsy put into place. There is no restraining order. There is no cease and desist. There is nothing that her PO did. There's nothing that a police officer did. Nothing that is making her silenced by Gypsy. So I want to make that very clear. I think it's because she's scared of what Nina will do if she says something that is, like, against what Nina says. That's what I truly believe. I don't know, but I know it's nothing to do with Gypsy. Just want to make that very clear.
And I think that that's very sad, because technically the PO should be doing their job down there, because this is about the third or fourth strike that Gypsy has had.
Wait, I'm sorry, how many strikes does she have? And do you know what they're for, so I can let Gypsy know? Because I don't think she knows. I mean, you know, evidently, but you must just have information she doesn't have. So if you could pass it over to me, I'll get it to her. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.
Apparently her taking down her social media was a part of the PO telling her to like stop.
Her going private has absolutely nothing to do with her PO. Like, quite literally nothing. Gypsy and me had this conversation months ago, and then again when I went to lunch with her that day, and it wasn't supposed to happen yet. I think she was just ready. I think she was going to wait a little longer, but she didn't, and I'm proud of her. She's taken her own control back, and I'm proud of her. I know that y'all are going to miss her because y'all love Gypsy content, but no, it has nothing to do with her PO. Y'all, you talking about them just, not doing their research. Where's your research? Where's your proof that that's the reason Gypsy's off of social media or going private? Where's your proof? You talk about other people, but where's yours? Oh, you don't have any. Right.
But at the end of the day, Bree and this other influencer are still doing this. They're still harassing.
How are we harassing her, by the way? I would love to know. Oh, and did you remember that, like you said, she doesn't have signs on her building? Well, this building that I passed had signs on it. So maybe I didn't pass her work. Or maybe she's lying. I'm going to go ahead and guess that she's lying. Yeah.
They're still bullying.
Wait, I'm bullying her? So she calls me bro. Bro to snow, by the way. So accusing me of being on rugs. Calling me a trans woman, even though I was born, female. Oh, and this is the filter she had on me. Let me show you, since I'm the bully. There's the image of me. I'm gonna show you an edit I've done of her, okay? That's my edit. Not bad at all, honestly. Just says catch me at McDonald's because that's what she said. Y'all love to call people bullies, but y'all have no fucking clue.
And at the end of the day, it's gonna come back on Gypsy.
And you're right, sadly, it does come back on Gypsy. Just like everything people do that support Gypsy comes back on me, and then whatever I do comes back on Gypsy. Yeah, that's because y'all are crazy. That's the reason that happens, by the way. Just to let you know.
But Bree and all of that camp, you really believe that they're going to be like, oh yeah, we did this because we were bored? No, everything's online. They're gonna know you did it for Gypsy.
Who's they, and what are we doing because we're bored? We don't do this because we're bored. We do this because people are bullies, and people are disgusting, and people have literally taken Gypsy's story and picked it apart and made it whatever they want it to be. So I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I don't even know who they is. Who is they?
And a little birdie told me yesterday that Bree's husband is also on parole for fraud charges.
Well, whoever you spoke to yesterday is wrong, because my husband's not on parole. Do you know what parole is? Parole's what Gypsy's on. She was in prison and was released on parole. Okay, so my husband is on probation. Okay, and that wouldn't have even happened. We had something in the works for a situation that happened 6 years ago. That's none of your business. But you know what? Nina doxed my husband, and people called the cops on him and made up all this shit for them to come to my mom's house looking for him. Luckily, he didn't have to turn himself in or anything. He just had to go to court, and we had to come up with $3,500, and the rest is none of your business. The reason this whole situation happened is because of crazy people like you on the internet. Oh, and it's not for fraud. So maybe get your facts straight before you talk about my husband, who is not on social media and is, quite frankly, none of your fucking business.
So this also puts him at very big risk as well. So you would think that somebody that has somebody in their family that also is at risk along with their best friend would stop doing this. But no, they're still going live every night, every morning for their 16-hour shifts, putting in that defense. But, I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Gypsy and my husband aren't at risk of anything happening to them. They do not hang out with each other. Do you know how that works? Do you know how probation and parole works? You clearly don't. Go learn and then come back.
But at the end of the day, y'all really see what's happening here? Money talks. That's why these people are acting the way they are. That's the only reason these people are acting the way they are, is because money is the motive.
Money? What money? Please tell me where the fucking money is. Nina might have the money, but me? From where? Where do I get money from? Not from Gypsy. One day I'm poor, one day I'm rich. Y'all can't make up your damn mind. I'm the only one of all of you who doesn't do battles. I'm the only one who doesn't beg my followers for money. In my videos, they're monetized, but guess what? Y'all report them so damn much that all of them get disqualified. Yep. Every once in a blue moon, I might get a video that's monetized, but that's about it. Move on with your life. Get over Gypsy. And for those who don't know me, my name is Bree with the Facts, and it's that for a reason.